All right, I'm Adam the Tent Guy. We are live with Bobby Hutch from Pomp, Posh Event Rentals. He is a specialty event rental company, which is way different than what I am. So it's good to have you on because you can explain some stuff in this field, which, you know, a lot of big party rental guys don't handle. So a little bit about yourself. Who are you? How did you get into this?
First and foremost, thanks for having me. Thanks for having us. We started, well, my wife came up with the idea she came up with the idea to get throne chairs. This was when was this, wait?
3 years.
This was 3 years ago. She invested in 2 all-white throne chairs. From those 2 white throne chairs, we actually grew fast. We were like we started out really being the only people down here renting them. So everybody wanted them. They moved fast. We added more. Then we just started, after learning and watching, we started adding other stuff. And we just grew from there, and we're still growing, still learning.
So what is some of your inventory? Obviously, I've checked your website out. You got a bunch of different kinds of throne chairs.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you guys got?
We have a lot of backdrops like flower walls, acrylic walls, acrylic pedestals, ghost tables, anything acrylic. We marquee. Go ahead.
What's a ghost table?
A ghost table is like, you see the chairs that you had uploaded on your channel. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, the clear chairs.
The clear chairs. Well, they also, we make tables, out of the acrylic. Tables that you can, put stuff inside of it and put stuff inside of the legs. And we do good. I look on our Good Shuffle, or my wife looks on our Good Shuffle, the list that tells us how much stuff goes out, and we make good money off of just the ghost tables alone.
That's cool.
We rent them for a good price. It costs us some money to get it or to make it. We rent it for a good price, and they go out all the time.
Right.
Sweetheart table packages, which is a table of their choice, 2 chairs, throne or love seat, backdrop.
Nice. And I cut you off by asking what a ghost table was, but you said you got throne chairs, the ghost table, sweetheart tables. You guys got LED furniture too, right?
LED furniture, marquee numbers.
Okay, the ones that light up.
Yes.
Nice. And when we're on the phone, you said you have you do draping as well.
Yes.
Nice. So you're different from me, where I'm setting up a tent and setting up a whole event, but you said earlier before we jumped on that you're going to a lot of event venues. So you bring a lot of your fancy stuff to an event venue and drop it off?
Yes. Drop it off, or set it up, leave, come back, pick it up.
Right. You guys have a warehouse?
Yes.
Nice. And are you like delivering them in a box truck or trailer?
We started out with the trailer. Then we started, we had to get vans from Enterprise monthly.
Right.
So we were doing that for like, we're really still doing it. We took it back because of what's going on right now. But we normally either use a box truck from Enterprise or we use high roof cargo vans.
Right. So your equipment is more geared to like a high-end fancy event where they want the fancy equipment, or
I'm gonna let my wife answer that. Go ahead.
So we are, I'm not getting on the camera, but anyway, how you doing? My name is Sarita.
Sarita.
A lot of our clients don't have big budgets, so we get a lot of DIY people.
Okay.
So With that being said, so we work with people with all budgets. I mean, we got tickets that, people only might rent something that might be $100, and we get tickets where somebody renting a whole bunch of stuff and it's a couple $1,000s. On any given weekend, I mean, our business does not stop. We don't have a slow season. We cater to people that's doing birthdays, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, quinceañeras, weddings, corporate events, branding events, grand openings. So our business never slows down. It's not like the bounce.
This is our slow. It's slow right now.
It's slow right now.
This is our first time since we started, and it's slow.
Right, because of all this happening.
So, like I say, we deal with a lot of DIY people, and then we do have a extensive list of event planners and designers that call upon us to provide those wow factor products for their clients.
I like what you said, wow factor. That's what a lot of your stuff is. Like, it looks fancy, it looks nice, but you're not going to do a whole event with LED furniture. So a bride or the event planner is going to call you, or someone like me who doesn't want to own that thing, and it's not going to go out that often for me, calls you to get that specific thing, or a group of throne chairs or the LED furniture.
Correct.
Right. That's cool.
Correct.
What would advice you give to people who want to get into what we're calling the specialty event rental? I like that name. That's a perfect name for what you guys do, because you're not doing the general everything that I'm doing. You guys are specialty. You have special equipment.
I look at it like this. What I'm learning, because I talk to a lot of people that do bounce houses. I obviously watch you. I watch Gorf Balian. We were selling a lot of stuff at one time, so I've met people in all like the groups and all. I met some people that got big stuff going on in this.
That bought stuff off of us.
They bought stuff off of us because we probably had the specialty stuff, especially when throne chairs was really popular. But this is my only thing with it. We might drop off one table, and 2 chairs, and get the same amount that somebody that's going to drop off a bunch of linens, a bunch of Shivari chairs, a bunch of, even maybe a tent. We're gonna get the same. We getting that same money, or more maybe, just from dropping those few items off, which calls for us not to have a big staff.
Right.
Which causes not to have a bunch of stuff. Our warehouse space is
2,000 square feet.
2,000 square feet. We looking to go bigger. Of course, 2020 we was supposed to we're going to go bigger. But I just noticed. I think that the stuff that we have. I think that companies like yours, they're seeing it, and they're going to say, you know what, they're going to start investing in that stuff too, because that's if their demographic or their consumer wants it. You got to market. Right. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to market to your. We get stuff that we know our customers are going to want to spend money on, obviously.
And our customer base is wide. We have all types of ethnicities. We have we dropped off 2 throne chairs to a bar 2 weeks ago, and it was the most, I would say, hard rock bar that they was having a baby shower at, and they wanted 2 throne chairs there.
We took throne chairs to places up here, and we took them to places down here.
Right.
It's the same price no matter where you go, no matter who you are, plus tax and delivery. So, those were a good. To this day, it was my wife's idea, but they got us to where we're at.
Right. Throne chairs in certain areas are really popular. I only own 2, and they don't go out that much. My area, they just don't. My
Right.
area is not that fancy, and I'm not getting that much. I know some people are getting like $400 a throne chair. I'm getting $150 or so.
Yeah, we used to, when we first started, it was $400 per chair, and we held on for a long time at a good rate. But now we're at $200 per chair, $300 for two.
And that's only because they became accessible to everybody
right.
at one point in time.
Right.
When it got to that point, then we knew we had to drop the price.
So
Right.
So our edge in that is, you might have somebody on Facebook that might have it, but guess what? They don't have the extra stuff that goes along with it. So we kind of made ourselves like a one-stop shop. Like, it's like we kind of, like I say, it was a one-stop shop. Anything that's specialty, if anybody calls us for anything and we don't have it, we'll tell them, we'll call you back. We will find that item and add it to our inventory, because we don't want to tell people, no, we don't have.
But
something.
sometimes there's pros and cons to everything.
Right. The pro is that if you get that item, it's going to go out more times, but maybe it's an item that only that person wanted, and you run the risk of it just sitting there.
Right. And most likely people are sending us pictures of trends that's going on in New York, Chicago, Houston, and other big cities. LA. So I mean, we're from Philadelphia, so that's close enough to, so we get some of our ideas from a lot of people of that end to see what we can bring down to this market.
Right.
And then with us being between, right outside of Atlanta, which is another big market, we get clients that call us from up there too. I just say that if anybody want to get into the specialty event business, just do your homework. If it's anybody in your market that has that same item, shop them. Ask them how much they get and how much they're renting it out for, because you might get something and you might sell yourself short on what you can get. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we had people that will start renting throne chairs for $100 that used to rent them off of us for $200. So it's like, why would you rent it for $100 if you know you can get $200?
Right.
Let the customer decide who they want to do business with. Mm-hmm. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, if someone's renting it for $100, you're renting it for $200, they're leaving $100 on the table. They probably could have went to $190 and still maybe gotten it out before you, but yeah, they're leaving $100 on the table.
So that's the only thing I do say is, people do your homework, and if you start getting to their specialty event rental business. My husband, he's very accessible. He always answers people questions that have questions about certain items that we post on our page and stuff, or certain things that they might want to buy or can't get access to. I mean, we buy things from everywhere. I mean, we just bought those LED swings in, and truth be told, they got on the boat right before China stopped shipping stuff.
Right.
Literally we had to get those into California. We drove to LA to pick them up. Right. We never drove across country, but we had a customer that needed them. So that's another thing about us. We make sure we go above and beyond for our people. So I think that's why our business has got to the level it's gotten to in such a short time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Are you shy? Do you not want to be on camera?
Come on, story. I just got out the shower and washed my hair, so my hair is just not too good.
Oh, come on, it's okay.
But I put the hat on. I look kind of crazy though, but
well, no,
time to get on. But like I say,
true
story.
Both of you guys get on. Back the camera up.
Come on, get back on. So, back to the camera.
We got our first question here. This is from Lee. He's got a YouTube channel too. The bartending, photo boothing, rental guy. You say you have a wide range of customers. How do you market the same items to different demographics, or are they different items you market to different demographics? So how are you marketing these to different groups of people?
Well, honestly, we don't know anyone in North Carolina personally. We moved down here because my job brought me down here, and we know no one personal. All of our marketing and advertising is from Facebook and Instagram ads and word of mouth through the planning network.
It started like the best way to this this what we do. The items that we get are just, I'm gonna say it's a certain age group more than anything.
Okay.
It's a certain age group. I want to say millennials, of course, with LED stuff and throne chairs, you getting Gensers. What we don't have is like rustic stuff.
Right. I mean, your market's not that big of a rustic market.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, there's a lot of other specialty rental companies that do the antique furniture and stuff like that, and that's what they do. And guess what? If somebody's looking for that product, I refer my customer to them. My potential customer, I refer them to them. And likewise with them, if they have a customer looking for what we have, they refer us. But we got the attention of a lot of the large groups like Aliyah and we got Aliyah. There's a lot of specialty events like groups. So a lot of those groups, they heard about us and then they started calling us like, we got a candy cart.
Yeah,
we done
stuff from you just gotta have the hot stuff with the wow factor.
Right.
You're going to get the people that the stuff they see that they see on Instagram, that they see in videos and stuff like that they feel is not accessible when they seeing it. If you got that kind of stuff, you're going to get the people that's going to spend their money on it. And I feel it was just a certain, I think it's Gensers, and it goes all the way up past millennials, and then that's when you start getting into the
baby boomers.
Yeah. So we cover a wide range.
Yeah.
All across the board, and it wasn't on purpose. Right. Instagram is a very
powerful.
Instagram is powerful. Is more powerful than people think.
Yes. I can honestly tell you that, not to cut you off, I can honestly tell you our Instagram page, we have 5,000 followers. Our Instagram followers are all organic. Anytime a fake page follow us, we block them.
We take pride in not buying followers. Not
right.
Everything is organic from where we started to where we are now, from having chairs, from having inventory in our kitchen to our garage to our living room and dining room, to moving into a storage, from moving into a warehouse, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, with just being us, just being ourselves, and it's working so far.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got to get better at customer service. I'm trying to get better. I'm learning about customer service.
He is raw and uncut. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, but he closes.
My clients like that about me though.
He closes some very big deals. I'm just a contract person. He's the salesperson.
Oh, really? I'm rude and uncut too, and that gets in my way sometimes as well.
But it's pros and cons to everything.
Right. So I'm on your website right now, and I see you guys do photo booths too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So cool.
By accident.
Yeah, by accident. I don't know how. Well, a friend of mine's in Philly. She, I told
him. Let him ask this question.
Okay.
Oh no, that was that. You just do photo booths. So go ahead and explain.
Yeah. So a friend of mine's in Philly. I had told her to get into the backdrop, the wall business, like flower walls and stuff, and she jumped into it. And then she had a client that asked her about the photo booth, and she's like, she looked it up and gave me, said, you know what, do this. And I ended up buying an iPad and a ring light, and we had a white wooden pedestal, so we painted it, put a hole in the top of it, put the tripod, we put the tripod in it, and kind of made our own makeshift photo booth. And from there, we set a price and just ran with it.
We made our money off of it.
So
have you guys watched this channel right here, the bartending photo booth thing rental guy?
No, where am I gonna?
He's got.
I don't even know how we found you and Garth Ballion.
Organic. That's what it was.
Yes, organic.
Well, this guy, his name is Lee, and he builds his own photo booths, and he has a whole series about building it. It's just a box, and he can rent out the box. He can just, the customer can come pick it up and have their whole photo booth, or he can go set it up. So you might want to go check out his thing. He's teaching people how to make these things right now, and they're very inexpensive.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely follow because now it's a new product that's trending in the specialty rental world. It's a sequence of air activated sequence wall. And it's just some sequence panels, and you put a fan on it, and they move.
We weren't even we stopped promoting the photo booth but then when we got those, then
people started
calling for it.
Right.
Again.
I jumped pages on your website. I'm on the lounge furniture page now. So I get some phone calls for lounge furniture, like white lounge furniture, but not enough for me to buy it. So are you guys like setting up just like a small kind of area for people to hang out, like a couch and a chair and some furniture? Or do you sometimes get big events where it's like the entire room is turned into like a posh lounge, a club? Yeah, there you go.
Yep. We just recently for CIAA weekend, which is one of those big sporting event weekends here, we just sent out 22 sofas and some tables and a couple other items. So we do get customers.
About 54. It might have been 54 pieces in total.
Right.
Nice.
And so that's another thing that in our market, the bigger companies, they don't have lounge furniture. We have it.
If they do have it, this how we get away with people going like, you got big companies. I ain't gonna say names. But you got big companies. We're getting to the point where, we want to charge people for picking stuff up late the same day, or they charging people for that. Like your delivery fee might end up being $600. Whereas though, we small mom and pop, we didn't start off like that, and we charge people accordingly to what works for us. But we get some stuff out a lot because the other companies, the bigger companies, are charging way more just for delivery and pickup fees.
Right, and you guys are smaller, have less staff, so you can not have to charge that much.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Lee's got a question on your photo booths. Does the client come pick it up, or do you have to be there, an attendant, to go out and run it?
So we do have an attendant that runs it. We are looking at getting a product, and we're going to check your YouTube out. We're looking at getting a drop and go photo booth because, like he said, we are a small company. It's just me and him, and then we add on extra people when we need them. So 9 times out of 10, I'm the one that's on site running a photo booth.
Right. I like how you said that, drop and go. That's a perfect drop and go. That's a good phrase for that, for anything.
Yeah, so we can get us a we can, build a product that is drop and go without us having to spend thousands to get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in just dropping it off and on to the next client.
Right, nice and easy.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just going to mention your candy cart because I'm on that page now.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was going to say one thing you had mentioned. You had said you was talking about time, like stuff being lighter.
Right.
To get stuff faster or be able to, with photo booths, everything. Now we looking at stuff like that, the timing, you know what I'm saying, that is taken. And so drop and go is good. You're right.
Right. Do you guys, on that topic with efficiencies, are you guys like doing efficiencies with delivery and stuff, and how to deliver faster and how just to be in and out faster? Like, what do you guys do?
Yeah. I mean, we've been to the point where we've had inventory that might have been too heavy. And we had, I'll tell you a quick story. We had some tables, gold mirror tables, and they were heavy. It was bases, gold big bases, and it was tops, gold mirror tops that went on top of the base. And we were delivering it one time in South Carolina, and I could tell that my wife couldn't really carry too much more. So I just turned around and I said, "Who want this? It's too heavy for us to transport."
Hold it on site.
And I didn't get much for it, but it made me have to step up and get different products that were lighter
Right.
You know, that saved us time and strength and still got us profit.
Nice. Do you guys got a lot of things like in boxes or on wheels or anything?
No, everything is usually we have to put it on a dolly or the throne chairs. Like, I mean, I can do a throne chair. I can deliver a throne chair, some of the letters that we got, and I can set up a hedge backdrop by myself.
Right.
So we kind of make things a little bit easier. Like our hedge is not plywood on the back. We use a foam substrate, and I can just pick it up and carry it in,
Mm-hmm.
4x8. But for the most part, everything is easy to transport.
Throne chairs are rough. The throne chairs, they're just big and wide, and some doors, if you're going through a single door, you got to do some maneuvering
sideways.
Yes.
They get a lot. They get a lot of wear and tear on them. Just from none of this stuff that we have is made to be moved around and transported, and
right.
None of it is made for that. So we take a lot of losses. Stuff getting broken all the time. We take a lot of losses just on that. So.
Right. You guys do you have like moving blankets? Do you wrap everything in during transport?
We do. We have to start doing, we're going to start doing better. The thing is that a lot of, since this started, we'd always had people working to do deliveries and stuff.
And they don't care
about us. People don't care about this stuff as much as you do.
Right.
So stuff get broke a lot. And I broke stuff before. So.
Right. Do you guys have Harbor Freight down near you?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Go
right around the corner. We get our shrink wrap from there.
They get all our money.
They also got moving blankets for cheap. And then there's always a coupon too. Lee is asking about your light up marquee letters. Did you guys build them or did you order them?
So they came from China.
Okay.
And they are aluminum. They are heavy. I can carry them, but I mean, I know people hate China and hate to buy products from China, but there's certain items that you just can't get around. I priced out marquee from a guy in Pennsylvania, and he wanted $425 per one, and
letter.
It was wood. It was wood, and I did not want wood. I wanted aluminum. I knew what we wanted, and I didn't want the backs to be exposed. I wanted them to be nice, so we ordered them from China.
Right. I'm going to be building my own right now. I met a guy who taught me how to do it. Basically, I just got to hook up with a CNC guy. He does the letter, and then I ordered the sockets and lights. So hopefully it comes to $100 a letter, and that's basically what I'm going to be renting it for. $100 a letter.
I mean, it cost us what? It cost us about $125 because we only have the numbers. We don't have the letters because with the alphabet, you have to get too many vowels and stuff like that. So the numbers is popular for birthday. So we just focused on having the numbers. I think we paid like $125 per number. And then, with the shipping and, all that, I mean, it wasn't that much. We made our money back for sure. We started out renting them a $175 per number.
Really?
Right. We're down because obviously somebody else in the market got them and they start renting them for $75 per. So now we're at $75 per.
Right. Now, you said you rent to a lot of event planners and other rental companies. Do you give them a discount, like a 10% discount when they rent through you? Or is it just the same price?
Honestly, everybody gets the same price. Depending on where you started at with us, if you were here with us from the beginning and gave us that opportunity to supply something to your client, I might cut you a break on the delivery. Like I won't charge you the same day delivery fee or, pickup fee or, we do work with, our loyal planners and stuff.
For sure.
Right. They're probably upcharging your stuff a little bit anyways, like a planner.
Well, a lot of them just send their clients directly to us.
But if they wanted to, they can. If they wanted to, they should.
Right.
They should.
Cool. So before we jumped on to this, you said if you would to do this differently all over again, you might consider getting some tents, some like white padded chairs, things like that. Do you want to go into that a little bit? And why would you want to do that?
Well, we do get people that call us for it. Right now, we have a vendor we have somebody that has a business, a tent business. So we partnered up with them to do like they have the tent and we got the lounge furniture. So we have like this package together. But we never
got a call.
It never worked out. But I think that if it was something that we had in-house, lounge furniture, tent package, it out the door.
This is why we would do it, because it's easy. I look at that. I look at having right now. If I had tables and chairs, that's easy money. As long as I can get it where it has to go, it's easy money, because people need that type of stuff for all the time, for all kinds of things. Just regular folding tables and folding chairs.
Right. Just the basics.
Right.
That's the basics. I would start off, if I was just starting, I would have started off with that. I would have started off with, if I knew the game, if somebody come to me and I'm telling them, I'm mentoring them, I'm telling them, because any customer base is going to want, you can get those out to.
Right.
No matter any customer base, you can get those out to. Even corporate, whatever, you can get them out to.
Yeah, if you had some of your throne chairs and lounge furniture, and then was also able to come in with 10, 15 tables and the chairs for that, you'd be just having a whole lot more.
Yeah. And and honestly, not too long ago, we just started allowing customer pickup, because at first we were controlling the delivery and all that. And it got a little bit too much for us. And it's like, I'm not going to deliver some pedestals. Let these people come pick this stuff up. So we started letting people do pickups and stuff. So now it's like, well, we just added we added some gold Chiavari chairs. So we're getting there with that type of stuff.
I would rather pick up. Me personally, I would rather pick up.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot easier. You're making money and less time.
Exactly.
These got a good question about China. So you're getting stuff from China. Are you peeing? I think he means something else.
Purchasing through
Alibaba or eBay, or where are you getting them from China?
Alibaba. So Alibaba,
you go through the
manufacturers. Yeah, so we do. Alibaba is the source. I spend a lot of my time researching vendors before we actually make a purchase. Right. I fully vet them. When I say I do a lot of homework on something before we purchase something. I got a couple vendors right now that I'm waiting to make a payment with, and I'm wishing all this stuff go over so we can bring some other specialty rental items in. But Alibaba is what we do. We make our payments through Alibaba because it's secure. Like, it's not like, they have a system where they send people to the factory to check on your stuff. I mean, you have to pay that, but they'll send somebody, an Alibaba representative, to go to the factory to check the progress of your stuff and give you updates.
Right. How do you guys decide what specialty item to add, some new items? Do you guys throw it on your website and see if there's interest, or do you just keep track of how many phone calls you're getting for a particular item?
So, we follow a lot of trends. We follow a lot of pages from overseas, like in Australia and Dubai. Like, though the trends from over there eventually get to here. Okay. So we follow those trends and we make plans to bring that stuff in.
A lot of the trends from what we have, that stuff come from, of course, I'm gonna say it come from like Australia and Dubai and all that stuff first. Then LA. In New York.
Okay. So you pay attention to those companies. So I kind of have a similar situation where I'm in the center of New York State, and things will come from New York City and Buffalo, then into Albany and Rochester, and then Syracuse, and then me. So I usually have a 1 year lead time knowing what's going to be the trend in my area.
Right.
From there.
And it's important to keep up with that type of stuff. And sometimes some stuff only trending for a small amount of time.
Right.
Some stuff only trending for a small amount of time, and that's small. If you get it on time and you price it right, by By the time it trend over, you done made your money back. You can go on and sell it to another company or to anybody, and make extra money back off of it. So,
what are the trends that you're seeing maybe coming up right now?
Right now,
LED.
First and foremost, hand washing stations, hand sanitizing stations. You know what I'm saying?
Those are hard to get right now.
Hand washing stations, hand sanitizing stations is going to be big moving from here on out.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
What are the previous, like last year's trends or the previous group of years trends? I know around me it was rustic, but now we're moving into going back to classic, the white and gold. Gold Chevrolet chairs, white padded chairs. We're moving away from rustic a little.
So honestly, gold. Anything that's shiny and gold.
Right.
The gold specialty chairs that's like round with the old back. So like a gold old back chair, and it has a white cushion. I think some vendors in the States charge like $99 per chair for those. But they're the gold shiny chairs.
They rent for like
they rent for $25 a chair.
Wait 1 second. I think I have what you're talking about. This thing.
So it's similar, but it's gold metal. So it's gold metal, very very shiny.
Okay.
And you know what? I can tag you in like a picture or something just so you can see. But the gold metal chairs, the LED furniture. So LED furniture, I think, is going to be trending like crazy 2020, 2021. I think it's going to be big.
Futuristic.
Yeah.
It's interesting because a few years ago, I'd say 5 years ago, up in New York State, it was big and then it just dropped off. So that'd be cool if it came back, because I know a lot of companies who still just have it on their shelves waiting for it to come back.
Right.
Yeah, it's about to.
Well, and the LED dance floors.
Yeah.
That too.
Those are crazy.
So the LED dance floors, they got real fancy now. So you can actually hook them up to like an iPad or a laptop, and they're completely digital.
You can control what the dance floor says and does. And the thing about that stuff is you gotta have the customers that want to pay that money to rent it.
Right.
Yeah.
No one's gonna rent an LED dance floor around me, so I can't get it, even though it looks cool.
Right. Exactly.
What's your population like in your area?
So we're in the city. I mean, we're right outside the city of Charlotte. So it's a pretty big market. It is a diverse market, and it's one of those cities where people come from everywhere to live because it's big banking. So, you got people moving in from New York. There's a lot of New Yorkers here. You got a lot of people from out west. It's very diverse. I mean, just not to get off subject, just like my day, because I have a daytime job too. At my daytime job, it's somebody from Ohio, Florida, somebody from Massachusetts, somebody from Michigan. So it's very diverse, and it's growing. It's growing like crazy right now. I think Charlotte is number 2 or number 3 fastest growing cities right now.
Right. So the important thing is, like Bobby was saying, was understand the market first. Like, not everyone's going to be able to get into specialty rentals and do everything that you guys are doing, but they can still get into specialty rentals for their area. Like,
correct.
Go ahead.
We've done events. We've taken stuff to Alabama, which is
6 hours away.
We've traveled a lot. We did stuff in Delaware, Philly.
Right.
If they paying, we're coming.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So, I mean, your specialty is leaning towards those fancy tables, throne chairs and stuff. But I have a specialty company around me they're called Pretty Little Vintage. And their specialty is vintage furniture and stuff. So that works around us. Like I said, the throne chairs don't work that well around us. So in every market, there's going to be some sort of specialty you can do. You just got to find out what that is. It may not be exactly what you're doing, but it's going to be something.
My wife want to get more. She want to get more into the specialty draping.
Right.
So we just invested, some money in some nice.
So yeah, when we was in California, we went over. When we was there, I spent about 2 days in LA picking out fabrics for draping. So we've been getting phone calls for velvet draping.
Okay.
So we were getting phone calls for the velvet draping. So I wanted to make sure we have enough to be able to do a whole room. So I boarded by the yard, and I'm sewing the rod pockets myself.
Right.
But we the way that I purchased it, I can do it up to, I think I can do it up to 20 feet tall.
Oh, really?
Draping. Yeah. So, I mean, I spent a lot of money on fabric, but it's so cheap in LA that, you buy it by the bolt it's just dirt cheap.
Have you guys done a lot of drapery before, or are you just starting to get into it?
Yeah. No, we have done a lot of it. I was subbing the drapes from another rental company locally. Okay. And then, I mean, I'm like, we still got to pick it up from them. I still got to put it together. I still got to install it. So I got to get it for myself.
Right. Yeah, it's smart.
I think draping is good money. I think it's a nice profit in draping.
Yeah. You can reuse it a whole bunch of times. Mm-hmm. And if someone wants a different color, it's not too expensive to buy fabric by the, what do they call it? By the bolt?
By the bolt, yes.
Yeah. But most people are going to be using general colors like whites and golds. And then you can charge a whole lot more for that purple velvet.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lady that while we was in LA, she said, "Do you got red velvet?" She was having an event for a client at an expensive restaurant, and she wanted to drape the room in red velvet. Guess what? I can get it for you. Yes, I'm right here. I might as well start it. I had them cut it or whatever, and then we came back and she red velvet. But the velvet is going to be big too going into 2021 for room draping.
Nice.
And you're gonna have to pay for that look.
And you have to, and it costs.
Yeah, everyone sees the pictures on Pinterest or Instagram and wants that because it looks so beautiful. But what they don't realize is hours and hours went into that. It's a staged thing, and if they want that, it's not cheap. It's going to be expensive.
We spent 2019 basically trying to show and teach people that stuff costs money. The stuff that you're seeing on Pinterest, the stuff y'all see on Instagram, that stuff costs money. And we had to show them, we had to, because people don't know.
Right.
If they're not in the market for weddings or a party and these trends come, they don't know how much this stuff costs. They just see it and they like it. Then you send them the quote, and then it's crickets.
Right. Yeah, everyone thinks that what they see they can just get, but like I said, they don't realize how much went into that, how much work and how much money and professional photography went into it to make it look as good.
Right. The people I mentor, I tell them all the time, your pictures is what's not making you money.
Right.
If people in the market focus more, there's people that focus more on that than they do their inventory and they making money. Because that's, people are spending money based off content now. So,
right.
Yeah.
Pictures mean a lot.
Yeah. Pictures mean a lot. And, pictures mean a lot. And if you can get that one, because we're in a market where we got like a lot of NFL and NBA and stuff like that, and people like that retired that live here. So we get calls from event planners that, that do events for them. And once they book us for this, VIP client, then next thing you know,
the pictures
is start getting people to book with us more.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. And like you guys said, you guys have a good Instagram and Facebook presence. So the Instagram is selling you guys a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Instagram and the Facebook is our number one. And I watch, and I look at the analytics. I look at our website data. And I always look where, you know, if we got a certain amount of views on the website, I look at the data to see where the person came from. Google.
Yeah.
I forgot. You know what? I forgot about Google.
That's the really this. I was gonna say, I was gonna wait for her to finish, but I was gonna say, until we got on Google, we didn't jump straight into the game and have a website. And no, we actually started. My wife had made a WordPress, which was like a blog, and we had stuff on the blog because it was free.
Right.
And people, you know, had an email. We started like that. And, you know, we were doing good from that. We were doing good with Instagram, Facebook ads and all that. But once we got on Google.com, you know, once we got on there and got a Google presence is when we started getting corporate people from different states that's doing events. You know, people planning. That's where, for me, is where we get the big tickets from.
Elevated.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing paid Google ads, like Google AdWords?
No.
Organic?
No, it's all organic. I make sure I upload pictures to our Google page. That's real catchy, like wow factor pictures. Sometimes, well, I did the website myself. I mean, it's not the best, but it works for us. And one day I hope I can get a pro to do it. But I did the website, and I made sure like I had a certain keywords that will stand out on Google. We get hits. He might not have told you, but we service the whole state of North Carolina and the whole state of South Carolina. Mm-hmm. So when somebody's looking for throne chairs or something in Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, all the places around us, I have all those cities in my keywords.
Okay.
So
we pop up. I mean, I don't pay anybody to do this, but I mean,
when we first got on there, I tried it. I said I'm gonna do some bounce house guys was telling me about Google AdWords and stuff like that. I said, let me try it, but it ain't do nothing for us.
Right. The key thing is, and I try to tell everyone, is when you're starting your business, get on Google Pages immediately. The thing where when someone types in something, it brings up the map, brings up your site. Like, you need to do that immediately, because sometimes it takes a little while for Google to index you. So the sooner you can get on there, the sooner you'll get those phone calls from Google. And Google's the number one place for a lot of companies, especially something like me. For something like you, Instagram and Pinterest is probably like up there. But something like me and other things, getting on Google Pages is very important.
No, but listen, this is what I'm gonna tell everybody that's watching. Whenever Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff, get on there. Even if you're not active on there, get on there and get your name ASAP, your business name. Get on there and get that ASAP. All these platforms work. Even if it's just once a week, you go on there and it works.
Which ones work the best for you? Is that Facebook and Instagram?
I'm gonna say Instagram, my personal page, my personal page, Bobby Hutch. I got it's my personal page, but a lot of people in the industry all over the world follow me on that page. It's my personal page.
Right.
So I do good with that. Instagram, my wife, she does good. She does good with that. Like,
Lee's asking, what's your Instagram page called?
So we got
it's right there on the screen.
Pomp Posh Event Rentals. Pomp Posh Event Rentals. POMPPOSH Event Rentals. And then we have another entity which is LED Event Furniture.
No,
is it LED? What is it?
LED.
We're trying to we wanted to do a second
LED
page for that.
LED furniture rentals, Pomp Posh Event Rentals, Pomp Posh on Instagram.
All right.
So we got 3 pages.
Twitter, Pomp Posh Event Rentals. TikTok, Pomp Posh.
And then also Bobby Hutch.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that's my personal page though, so don't,
So so
don't judge.
Blow it up.
So we once we started getting more of the LED furniture, we wanted to kind of like branch off to try to have a separate page just for the post LED furniture. So in the world, you give people the illusion that it's two companies, it's two separate companies, but it's really still the same company.
Right.
So we have a page, it's called LED Furniture Rentals, and we just post pictures of the LED furniture. Sometimes we get hits from consumers, sometimes we get hits from people that want to buy it.
Mhm.
So we do have that, and we're going to go hard with it. We have not went as hard as we want, but it's called LED Furniture Rentals.
Mhm.
Right. Just get more presence out there.
Correct.
Exactly. Content is king.
Right.
Content
Well, guys,
is king.
I appreciate you coming on short notice. I literally just posted this on Instagram at like 12 and you were the first to answer. I'm not that good at this YouTube stuff. I should be doing this stuff days in advance saying, I'm going live this day, but I just like whatever. Half hour.
Organic. It's organic.
We have a YouTube page that we did start, and then we posted one post, I think.
You inspired us.
Cool.
You inspired us.
Well, yeah, keep going with it because it's a whole different thing. Like Lee right here, he does photo booths and stuff. Gorth Balian does what I do. I mean, everyone's doing something different. So do a channel on what you do. Like, it wouldn't necessarily be competing with me. You'd be talking about completely different things, and it would just be spreading out the information.
Right.
It depends though. If you want a whole bunch of people in your area becoming your competitors, learning everything from you.
they would have to. We still gonna leave them in the dust.
Right.
Listen, it's like we're always thinking, like you say, a year in advance ahead or more. We always are thinking. I mean, honestly, we had LED stuff when we first started. We used to sell lounge furniture back in Philly. So I mean, we had stuff that just started to go out from 3 years ago that we knew was going to be big.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on, and
thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. And then maybe what I'm trying to do is maybe a year from now follow up with people and have you on again. Or if I make a random Instagram post and no one else answers and you answer again, we'll have you on again.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll go around to the warehouse.
All right.
And we can demonstrate what a ghost table looks like.
Right. I did, as you were talking, I went on your website and seen what it looks like. They're cool.
Yeah.
But all right. Thank you, guys.
Have a good one. Thanks for having us.